using the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th rectangle stitch thinlet in, I'm going to make a frame using Melon Mambo cardstock. Sorry, I use my phone to record videos and that was in the way. Now, I've done a couple of these already, and I'm trying to do the best to make it centered, but I can't see over it very well. And not crooked, but as long as the image is just within the parameters, hopefully it won't look too bad, and hopefully it won't be too bad. Oh, gosh. So I'm using washi tape to hold it down. Even though it's on the magnetic plate, sometimes things still shift when they go through, and I want this to be as good as it possibly can because I don't like wasting cardstock. So I'm going to roll it through. Then I'm going to punch it out and then carefully peel off this. I mean, washi tape doesn't really do much ripping, but you want to be careful just in case. And so I'll save this scrap for another project, which is great. Oh, by the way, the stitches the inside too, so this makes a great element to another card for future use. And then it stitches the inside of this as a great added effect. I've been wanting these dies for a long time. They've been on my wish list, so I'm so glad Stampin' came out with them. And on to the next step. Okay, so the Hey You stamp sets are cling stamp sets, and what I did is I laid them down uninked in between the frame. I just laid the frame on top of the base cardstock, and I put the images inside the frame area and trying to get a little spacing outside in case I did the frame crooked. And so now that I have it placed where I want it, then I can just take this out and stamp card bases as I go along. And keep doing that over and over again until I'm done. I have 11 more cards to do. So let's get on a roll, huh? I'm going to start coloring the ape, and I'm using Highland Heather. I'm going to color the face, and I'm just going to outline areas first to create some shadowing. And go around the belly. And the hands, underneath the heart. And so then I'm going to go back in, and in circles I'm going to color. That way it doesn't look, it looks more nice when you do that way. And do the same down here. I have to say, oh, and the hands too. I have to say that if you're looking at markers, but the price tag is just a little bit too much for you right now. Since we just had a new color change in the last year, I would highly recommend getting the marker set. I think it's addendum. I'll put a link to it. It comes in like a Ziploc thing, and it's like 24 markers. It's a lot cheaper, and it's just new markers. It has several different colors: greens, purples, reds, pinks, yellows, even some neutral ones. So totally worth doing if you want to start out with markers. And these markers are really good. If you store them on the side like this, they last a long time. So I highly recommend them, as long as you keep the lids and all that and do all that, then trust me when I say these markers last a long time. I have had my set of markers, because I bought the whole box because I didn't want to sit there and buy one marker. At that time they sold the markers individually. They don't do it anymore because it's just easier to buy the whole thing. Almost 10 years ago, and all the markers still work. So I highly recommend getting Stampin' Up! Markers. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't realize my video camera, aka my phone, had ran out of memory and then completely shut off in the middle of video, and I was saying some good stuff too. So I used Gorgeous Grape on the outer part of the ape, and I used Seafoam Green marker to scrape back and forth, and all those markers that I used came in the addendum marker thing for all the new colors that Stampin' Up! Either brought back or brought into in the last year with their new color revamp. And I highly suggest that you get those marker sets, especially if you're just starting out and you want some markers but you don't want to spend the whole caboodle on the new thing. And just try them out. So I highly recommend them, and try to get those. I would not use alcohol markers on this because it would bleed through. That's why I've been using those markers, and they're more cost effective when you're on a smaller budget and you're just starting out crafting. So I highly recommend Stampin' Right markers and the little pack, but I'll definitely put a link down below. And there you go. Now what I've moved on to, and I got this stamp, came from the apron stamp set, and I'll link that down below. I want to say all my products that I use will be listed in my description box of my YouTube channel and also on my website, stampingmama.com. And on my website, all the instructions will be there, and the sizes and everything. It's just a lot more fun to see it in video, of course. And that will be there for you to use. And also, when you click on the pictures link, that will send you straight to my store, so you can buy items for me and help support me build this channel. So let's get back to this. And I'm using Melon Mambo ink, and I'm sorry that I'm covering up the stamp. Technically I wouldn't use this stamp. I just realized that the block I used for this is over there, but I already have it on and I'm working on it. And you can just do it a couple times, just different shades, back and forth, or whatever. Back and forth. And my kids just showed up, so I'm just going around doing hearts and making it a fun thing. Oh, and just so you know that I'm sick, and I'm sorry if my voice sounds different. I wanted to get this card done, and this is literally a few days before Valentine's Day. One, I need to get done for my family members, and two, I needed to get this video done, get it done before Valentine's Day, so I can share it with you guys in case you wanted this product. Not saying that, you know, it's only about Hey Love You stamp set is not only a Valentine's Day stamp, but it's also a anniversary stamp, or hey, I got a crush on you type of thing. You can make it whatever you want, a little kids cards, whatever. It all works out. So don't think that Valentine's stamps are just one thing. So I also want to point out that I didn't use blue, and you'll see in the other cards that I made, here's one of the completed ones, that I used a blue marker. Well, I decided not to try to see if it looked better. If it didn't look any better, then I was going to add it back in. I just thought maybe I don't need that blue, so we'll try it out. Whatever works. And also we missed, I used Wink Estella. I'm not sure if Stampin' Up! Sells it anymore, but if they do, I'll definitely link it down below. If not, I'll link to a place where you can buy it, so don't worry about it. So I did Wink Estella on the heart, and now I'm going to add dimensionals to the frame after I decorated it, and then apply it to the card. As you see, my desk is messy and I have a lot of projects going on. I typically try to clear up as I go, but my craft room is in need of lots of love, and I don't have time, and I never have time, or someone's interrupting me like my daughters just did. And I am one of those people that likes to put an excessive amount of dimensionals. Why? Because these do bow on the mail. And I want my cards to look as best as possible when they show up to the person I'm sending to. So that's why I do so many. Ah, no. Okay. Line, I hope you can see this, line it up, the cardstock, with the bottom of the front of the card, and then lay it down. And I'm going to show you another thing that I did. Let's say it looks pretty good. You can use blue or not blue, all works out. Let's see. I use fine tip glue to make a dimensional heart. So I'm gonna let that dry. Yeah. So that looks good. So you can, the choice is up to you. Which one do you think looks better? This one or this one? And so off to the side, I made all these cards. And so I showed you this one. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned a lot, and hope you take the opportunity to make cards for your families or do something fun for Valentine's Day to show people how much you love them. And remember, the product details list below and all the instructions are on my website. And don't forget to subscribe and like. Until next time, happy crafting. Bye.